Let's pick it up in the 3rd century. The Roman Empire had expanded as far north as Britain. By the 4th century, the empire was under regular attack from warlike tribes invading its territories. Among these so-called barbarians were Germanic tribes that included the Angles and Saxons. These tribes sought a better life in other lands. The last Roman soldier had left Britain, and in 476, the empire fell. Without the protection of the Roman army, Britain was vulnerable. Germanic tribes invaded, predominantly the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. They settled in southern Britain and mixed with the local Celtic tribes. Initially, there were many small tribal kingdoms, but over time they amalgamated. The Anglo Saxon governments that developed in these kingdoms influenced the beginning of the Westminster parliamentary system that exists today. 2 assemblies developed. First, the Witan, or the Witana Gemut, an assembly of nobles and bishops who advised the king. Each kingdom also had political representation at the local level in the shires. Called moots, local issues were discussed and resolved by local representatives from each village in the shire. They often took place in either halls or official hilltops, such as this man-made one in Scotland. In time, these 2 assemblies formed into a parliament with an upper and a lower house. However, Anglo-Saxon domination suddenly came under threat when Viking raiders landed on Britain's shores in 787. It was the beginning of 300 years of fierce battles across Britain. The Vikings were conquering and establishing settlements, and by 874, every kingdom had fallen to the Vikings, except for Wessex, ruled by King Alfred. In 886, King Alfred negotiated a treaty with the Vikings. The treaty saw Britain divided up. To the north and east was Danelaw, and in the south and west, under the rule of King Alfred, was the Kingdom of Angleland. The Kingdom of England was formed. However, fighting continued between the Vikings and Anglo-Saxons. 200 years later, the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, led a Viking invasion, this time intent on taking the English throne. The King of England, Harold Godwinson, had trouble to the north and to the east, across the Channel, from the Normans. The Normans were from the Normandy region of France, and their leader, William the Conqueror, also had his eye on the English throne. King Harold Godwinson went on the offensive. He marched his army north and launched a surprise attack. They defeated the Vikings, killing their leader, Harold Hardrada. Just days after the victory in the north, Godwinson received news that the Normans had landed in the south. The decisive battle took place in Hastings. King Harold Godwinson was killed, and the Normans successfully invaded England.
If you liked this video, you can find it and so many more at clickview.net. Sign up for free today.